Hi, I'm William Tenholder, and welcome to my Masters 2000 series. This is a very high-level game. Almost every move is perfect. 47 moves, and we're going to do it at Magnus speed. I just love the way we can see a game. We know these openings, the king pawn, the modern defense, and we love to see these at speed. Magnus speed, right? So this is the way we're going to play it, and you can check it out. All of these moves have been seen and done before. This game takes on a very interesting plan. Black has a plan on the king's side, an attack. It's a very interesting plan. Meanwhile, Black has castled on the queen side, so all bets are off. The gloves are off. Hold on to your hats. Put on your seatbelts, because here comes just a fantastic battle. Some great moves. I love that the king move, the knight move. Let's look at this. These are great moves, right? We can see that there is an attack by the queen. The queen is ready to pounce, and if we go back and we just look for a second at how Black defends. This is really instructive. First with the knight, right? Then the queen gets into position for an attack. Then an attack on the queen side with the pawn. And Black is ready because the king was already moved to the b8 square. Now, with the knight there, there's no possible checkmate. This is a solid position. Take a snapshot. This is the ideal position on the queen side. There's no possible mate there. Queen cannot do anything. So now on the king side, my queen is ready for an attack. And this is, it's a brave attack. I mean, it's just something to behold because there is no checkmate, but it's still a great attack. Oh, it's just, so we're going to continue at Magnus speed. Oh, I just love the way that attack unfolded, right? Let's look. Boom. The knight is under attack. We take the queen. This is fabulous. And then we take the knight. And now we have the open g-file. This is a very exciting game. And so pawn queens. Wow, take a shot of that. This is something else. What a battle. Rook takes, attacking the knight and the pawn. Wow. Oh my goodness. So now we've got the two-way rook attack in the works, and they just I think they got lucky here because their knight is covering the g8 square. Otherwise, it's game over, right? So now we have to figure out what are we going to do. The pawn move, exclamation mark, right? Because now we've got a check no matter what in hand, and that's important. Now, this is very tricky because the rook can take the pawn, and yeah, it's very tricky. So rook takes pawn. This is the best move for the king, and we'll see how this works out. So we'll go ahead at the best possible speed. We can see here that the rook is in and up to no good, but we have calculated the check. And this is where we have either a checkmate or we have a draw. And so let's take a look at this at speed. So there it was, okay? We just take a look at that again. So we moved over, check, right? And now we have to withstand the knight and rook attack. I felt that we could do it. And so this is the way it went at speed. Now they've run out of checks. Okay? So now I have a checkmate or a draw. They take the pawn, and after this, I have to be relentless with the checks because I'm low on time. In fact, I have less than a minute to finish the game. At this point, I'm probably down to about 30 seconds. 20 seconds probably left on my clock. So with 20 seconds left on the clock, I have to corral the king. Now that's a beautiful spot there because now I'm guaranteed at least a draw. Check, check, check. And now we have what we call the threefold repetition. All the masters know this. Intermediates know about this. This is a beautiful game, and it ended with this beautiful draw. In fact, because this opponent was a very high-rated player, I actually picked up some points. In fact, as many points as if I had won with another game with a lower-ranked player. Sometimes you only get 4 points. So it was a nice 8-point, I'll call it a victory, you know. Without this draw, it would have been a loss for sure. So, yeah, if I had more time on the clock, maybe there was a checkmate in the works. But at least we got the draw. A draw is better than a loss. This really felt like a victory. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Very beautiful and instructive game. I felt most of the moves were perfect. I think it was a 95%. I'm William Tenholder, and I love chess.